Hello, dear students. Good morning. Today, we are going to learn about climate and weather, the difference between them. Students, do you know why it is important for us to learn about climate? It is because the temperature, humidity, air, and rainfall that we experience in our day to day life has profound impact on our life, the tradition we follow, and has profound impact on our life, and also the tradition we follow and overall culture of a region. For instance, we celebrate Shivaratri festival in the beginning of summer season. In this season, we experience high temperature. This may result in dehydration. To prepare ourselves against this, we consume fruits which are rich in water content, like watermelon. Now, are you understanding? You are eating watermelon to face the high temperature. So, this is how the climate has greater influence on our life and tradition. So, let us learn in detail about climate in the chapter Climate Zones of the Earth. Students, remember, weather refers to the atmospheric conditions at a place for a short period. Climate of a region is the atmospheric conditions experienced over a long period. Weather is temporary and changes often, but climate remains stable over a long period. Moreover, weather prevails over a small area like a city, and climate prevails over a large area like a country. Both weather and climate are closely interrelated, as weather is a part of climate. Somehow, several factors determine the daily weather of a place. Some of these factors are temperature, air pressure, wind, humidity, precipitation, sunshine, and cloud cover. These are recorded daily to forecast the weather of a place. The climate of an area is determined on the basis of the weather condition of that area for a longer period of time. Students, changes in climate changes the season in a place. In India, we experience 5 main seasons. They are summer, winter, monsoon, spring, and autumn. Next, factors affecting climate. There are different factors affecting the climate of a place. Some of them are temperature and latitude, prevailing winds, sea breeze and land breeze, moisture, and altitude. So let us discuss one by one. Temperature is one of the prime determinants of climate. Temperature depends on the heat received from the sun. The more exposed an area is to the rays of the sun, the higher is its temperature and vice versa. Dear students, equatorial regions experience extreme climate. Why? It is because these regions receive direct rays of the sun. These rays are very intense, so we feel very hot and sweaty in this region. When we move away from the equator, the climate becomes moderate. It is cold at the poles. This is because the places located in the belt receive oblique rays of the sun and are spread out over a larger area, so it is less hot in these regions. Next one is prevailing winds. The temperature prevalent in a place governs the flow of winds. Winds blow from a cool place to a hot place. Next, sea breeze and land breeze. During the daytime, land becomes hotter as compared to sea. This causes the wind above land to become warm. Since the sea is cooler than land during daytime, the wind above the sea is also cooler. The warm wind above the land rises high in the air because it is light in weight. This makes room for cold air which gushes from the sea. This is known as sea breeze. It carries moisture which makes the land cool. During the night time, land cools quicker than the sea, so the air above it also cools down and becomes dense. As a result, a high pressure is formed. This causes the winds to blow outward towards the sea. This is known as land breeze. So we experience sea breeze in the daytime and land breeze in the evenings in coastal regions. Next one, moisture. Moisture causes humidity and makes a place cooler. The closer a place is to the sea, the more cool and humid it is, and vice versa. Humidity affects the climate of a place as it causes rainfall. In cold areas, humidity causes snowfall. The humidity of a place depends on factors such as distance of the place from the sea and the direction of winds. As a result, coastal areas are more humid than areas which are far from sea. Now, altitude. Like humidity, altitude also inverses the impact of heat. As the height increases, the temperature falls, and vice versa. This is because the air, while rising from the sea level, becomes lighter and thinner as it climbs higher. This causes it to lose its heat carrying capacity. So mountain regions enjoy a cooler climate as compared to the plain regions throughout the year. This is the reason, students, that hill stations becomes popular during summer days. Clear? Now let us discuss climate zones. The area with similar climatic conditions are grouped together as a climate zone. The earth has three climatic or heat zones. Each of these is spread symmetrically across the northern and southern hemisphere. Come, let us discuss about the climate zones. First one is torrid zone. It is also known as the equatorial zone. It extends from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. North Torrid Zone and South Torrid Zone are its two divisions lying to the north and south of the equator respectively. It is the hottest zone on Earth. It is because it receives direct rays of the sun throughout the year. This makes the weather hot, humid, and rainy throughout the year. Sahara Desert and Amazon rainforest are located in this belt. Next, temperate zone. Temperate zone extends from the Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. These are known as the North Temperate Zone and the South Temperate Zone respectively. This belt has a moderate climate which is neither too hot nor too cold. It is because it receives oblique rays of the sun. Prairies in North America, pampas in South America, the steppes of Europe and Asia, and velds in Africa are a few grasslands that are found in this zone. Next one is frigid zone. Frigid zone extends from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and from the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. These zones are extremely cold. It is because these areas receives extremely slanted rays of the sun throughout the year. These regions are covered with permanent ice and experience 6 months of day and 6 months of night in summer and winter respectively. So students, today we discussed weather and climate, factors affecting weather, factors affecting climate, at last climate zones. By this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you.